Hello everybody, welcome to Movie News Monday, the show where we break down every significant piece of movie news that happened within the last week in a short and concise amount of time for you. I'm your host Dylan Strickland. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started. Tonight we're going to try something different for a change. We're going to be combining Super News and the regular show together so that there is no longer a Super News and all the news is just lined up as it happened in the past week. I feel that this will make the show feel a little more cohesive and not be so jarring having a second intro in the middle of the show. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, or if you'd like to see Super News return, we can do that. Just let me know your thoughts. Another off the top, over the weekend, Guy Ritchie's new film Wrath of Man came out, and I thought it was good. I thought it was good, but it's missing some of the normal Guy Ritchie charm. I think if you're looking for his kind of lock, stock, / snatch type of humor, you're not gonna love it as much. Overall, good, but not great. I do think it is worth a watch this weekend if you have the time. Starting off on Monday, Marvel Studios released a freaking brilliant trailer that reminds everybody why going to the movies is so important. There were several times during the trailer that I got choked up personally, and I just can't wait to get back into theater to see all these movies because I feel like I've been waiting an eternity to see them. However, in that trailer they did announce some very crucial pieces of information. First being that Black Panther 2 is now called Black Panther Wakanda Forever. That is still set for a May 2022 release date. Also, with the name change, Captain Marvel 2 will now be called The Marvels, and I think that's a pretty good choice for a name, as Kamala Khan from the Miss Marvel Disney Plus show is going to be joining Captain Marvel in this one. I can't wait to see what happens with both the show and this new movie. We also got our first look at Eternals. They released the first footage in that trailer. I thought it looked good, but not like, it didn't blow my mind or anything. I was just like, damn, Kumail Nanjiani is hot. And then I was like, damn, they're a cool team up, and it looks like they have a little bit of a speedster, and I'm a sucker for speedster because The Flash is my favorite. Yeah, I wasn't blown away, but that also wasn't the first trailer for that movie, so maybe once the teaser comes out, I'll give it a second look. Also announced, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania has gotten a February 17th, 2023 release date. Hopefully Kang the Conqueror will be the villain. I'm super pumped to see Paul Rudd and Evangeline Lilly return because I really enjoyed the first two Ant-Mans. The first one more than the second, but I still really like them, and I'd like to see what they're going to do with their third outing. Maybe they introduce some new characters, like it's a backdoor pilot for the Fantastic Four, because that is coming out, it seems, in 2023 as well. I don't know. All around, I'm just super ready to see it. Another new release date is Guardians of the Galaxy 3 gets the May 5th, 2023 slot after Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Oh man, dude. I'm so excited for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. The first two are some of the best movies in the MCU, to be honest. Second one, not as good as the first, but I still really like them a lot. And then right at the end of the trailer, they show a picture of Fantastic Four, and the release date is, they're teasing us. They didn't let us know the release date. They just showed the logo and zoomed in. So I'm guessing it's going to be sometime in 2023 because all the other ones were very early in the year, and I'm thinking Fantastic Four might come out later in the year. But we'll see what happens. Also coming out on Monday, a new special look at Loki, the Disney Plus TV series, has been released, and it was announced that it will be moving up its release date 2 days onto June 9th. I think this is a good news because it was going to interfere with the Bad Batch's release schedule, and now there won't be 2 releases on a Friday. It'll be 1 release on a Wednesday and then another release on a Friday, and I think that's a good move. Also, it means we get Loki sooner rather than later, and I need my fix, you know. I get my fix of that MCU heroin. That being said though, I thought the trailer looked cool, but it didn't get me as pumped as the first one. It didn't bring my excitement down, don't get me wrong, but I still really like the first one a lot, so this trailer didn't move my excitement anywhere from here to here. It just kept it at the same level pretty much. This next segment is a leak, so if you don't like leaks, I would advise you to skip maybe 20-30 seconds ahead in the video so that way this isn't leaked for you. But Miss Marvel's suit was leaked online Monday. It looks pretty good. She's kicking some Converse, and it's a very comic accurate suit. This show I'm kind of in the middle on. I'm not really too excited to see it. I'm excited only because it's a Marvel thing. I don't really have any attachment to the Miss Marvel character, but the fact that she is in Captain Marvel 2 now, and they are marketing it that way, it kind of gets my excitement level a little pushed up. Also on Monday, Deadline is reporting that Tom Hanks' new sci-fi drama, Bios, has been bought out by Apple TV+. It's going to be going straight to the streaming service, just like Tom Hanks' last film. Greyhound, and they have changed the name to Finch instead of Bios. I'm very excited to see this only because Tom Hanks is in it. There's not really much else that makes it like something that I want to see too bad, but I like watching actors' films. Like I'll follow Benedict Cumberbatch, and I follow Tom Hanks just because I think he does good work. So I can't wait to see what they do, and I'm ready for it to be released on Apple TV. It's expected to come out in late 2021. According to a new report from The Hollywood Reporter, Blade's production has been pushed from this September to next July, almost an entire year. And they're saying that this is due to script complications, that they want to get everything worked out in the script before that they release it. If you want my opinion, I think that's complete bogus. They moved it almost an entire year, 10 months basically. And you don't really need 10 months to work on a script. I mean, maybe you do, but I don't think you do. I think what's actually happening is there is a backload. So because all the Marvel projects were pushed back, Blade is now shifting its production into summer of next year so that it won't be so crowded in this filming area between July and September or whatever. And I think that's going to give the Marvel productions a lot more time to kind of work out each little detail for each individual project that they are working on, because they are working on 8 alone this year, which is absolutely insane. So I think this is a good push. I'm just kind of bummed because Mahershala Ali's getting pretty old. He's almost 50, and by the time he comes out, he might be 52. So we'll see how this Blade movie turns out, but I am very excited. On Tuesday, it was announced that the popular TV show The Flash on the CW is losing Carlos Valdez, who plays Cisco, and Tom Cavanaugh, who plays Wells. They are not going to be returning for season 8. I'm sure a lot of fans are bummed. I personally have no stake in it. I watched the first 2 seasons of the show, and it just personally wasn't for me, so I kind of stopped watching. But those 2 were my favorite characters when I watched the show. But I'm sure a lot of fans of the show are pretty bummed about this, and I would be too if I was still watching, because like I said, I enjoyed it when they were on it. Starting on Tuesday and going into Friday, the Bad Batch episodes 1 and 2 came out, and I thought they were actually pretty good. A different take from the Clone Wars, which I'm very excited about because I don't like a lot of the Clone Wars because of the kiddie nature. Some of the more heavy or like serious stuff I really enjoy in the Clone Wars, and that's why I like the series overall. But there are a lot of goofy episodes, and this Bad Batch goes for the non-goofy tone, and I really appreciate that, so I like the first 2 episodes quite a bit. If you'd like to check out those Bad Batch breakdowns, there is a playlist on my channel. I hope you enjoy those. On Tuesday, Andrew Garfield did an interview where he swore up and down, essentially, that he did not get a call for Spider-Man No Way Home. He says he is in no way connected, and that he thinks he would have gotten a call by now if he was involved. This is interesting news. I'm honestly swaying a little more towards they're not in it now. I think their villains are definitely going to be in it. I think there's a possible chance that maybe we get them in the suit, but we don't see Andrew Garfield's face, like none of them take their masks off, and we don't hear any voiceover work. It's just kind of them fighting, and then Electro gets pulled out, so does Doc Ock. And that's kind of the doorway into the multiverse of madness. I've gone from, oh my gosh, there's no way they're in it, to they're going to be in it 100%, and now I'm back at, they're probably not going to be in it, so there's no use getting my expectations up for that. So we'll see what happens. This movie comes out on December 17th this year, and I'm very anxious to see the first trailer, to be honest. On Wednesday, it was announced that Warner Brothers is searching for a black director and actor to star in a new Superman film centered around Kal-El, or Clark Kent. Not Kal-El, who is Calvin. They are searching for Kal-El, Clark Kent. Ta-Nehisi will write the script, and they're saying as of right now this won't be a part of the DC universe. This is going to be a shock, I think, but I'm actually very excited about this. For context, Henry Cavill is my favorite Superman. I think he's the greatest Superman we've ever had on screen, and I wanted to see his story continue. However, I don't think there being a black actor / director playing Clark Kent or Kal-El means that his story can't continue. In fact, I think it means quite the opposite. I think they're going to do it like they're doing the Batman, where we have Robert Pattinson's Batman, and we're also going to have a DCU Batman, because they're saying that this is Clark Kent. The Black Superman is Clark Kent. So there's already a Clark Kent in the DCEU, and we know that they're okay with doing different universe movies. And so I'm thinking they're going to have Henry Cavill be the Superman in the DCU, and this other storyline that is completely disconnected and will be a new, fresh take, because we've never seen anything like that in its own universe. And that means we're going to get 2 Superman storylines, one that we've never seen and one with my favorite Superman. And if that's the case, I'm so excited for this. Like, I'm above excited. I'm pumped as hell. I cannot wait for this. This is excellent excellent news. But if it turns out that he is in the DCEU and this is just a whole fresh take on Clark Kent, maybe Flashpoint starts it over, I don't know how I feel about that because, like I said, I really, really like Henry Cavill. But, you know, if it's a good movie, I mean, I can be persuaded. Also announced on Wednesday, John David Washington is going to star in Gareth Edwards' next film. Gareth Edwards, who previously directed Rogue One. There have been no plot details, but they do know that it is a sci-fi drama. I am beyond ready for this. Gareth Edwards is slowly becoming one of my favorite directors. I love the way he deals with scale. If you watch Godzilla or you watch Star Wars Rogue One, you just feel the weight and size of these massive things, and he captures that so well. He makes you feel so tiny in the theaters, and I love that about his directing. So I'm excited to see this. Even if I'm not obsessed with John David Washington's previous work, I still think he is a talented actor. I just think that the movies he's been in haven't really been for me. But I'm super pumped to see what Gareth Edwards does next. Thursday was a day of trailers as A Quiet Place Part 2 released its final trailer. This film comes out on May 28th, and I thought the trailer was actually not bad. I don't think it's as good as the first ones. It doesn't get me nearly as pumped as the first ones. But this movie has been on my highly anticipated for a while, and I'm really, really, really pumped to see what they do. Like I said, May 28th, it's 2 weeks away. I can't believe it's finally happening. And the trailer at the end says only in theaters, and that's just so heartwarming to see. And like I said, another trailer was also released on Thursday. Stranger Things Season 4 released a brief teaser about a minute long, and it just cuts to Eleven basically down the hallway dealing with all the scientific stuff that happens to her. I thought it was okay. I wasn't blown away with the trailer. I don't know, I just thought it looked good. I'm gonna watch it anyway because it's Stranger Things. But I wasn't like, oh my god, this is the greatest trailer I've ever seen. I was just like, yeah, it's alright. It's alright. I'll watch it. If you'd like to check out any of the trailers that I mentioned in this video, they are all linked down below in the description, so have a look for yourself if you want to. On Friday, a new report from Variety says that Cinemark has striked a deal with 5 studios regarding the theatrical release window. They didn't release any details about what it means. I'm hoping that it's at least a 45-day window so that the theaters can get most of the box office returns, even though that money doesn't go to the theaters. So yes, if it is 45 days, the theaters will inevitably die out, which is very sad, but at least they have a little bit of time there. I mean, theaters make most of their money on concessions and stuff like that. They don't really get any of the box office until like after the 3rd week. So I'm just hoping that there is at least a 45-day window. I would prefer it if, honestly, we went back to the 90-day form, but I know that now that the door has been opened, it can never be closed again, and eventually, most likely, theaters will die. But that's pretty negative. Let's move on to the next news. The Roku and Google drama has been adding up again. On Friday, it was announced that YouTube TV will be an option in the regular YouTube app. They're going to make it a little button you can just click live TV, so that way you don't have to worry about getting the app on the Roku store, and they're completely bypassing Roku as a whole. And Roku called this move by Google, and I quote, "the clear conduct of an unchecked monopolist bent on crushing fair competition and harming consumer choice." Damn. Google and Roku have more drama than most of my relationships, to be honest. This is crazy news. I don't know how this is going to unfold. It's looking more and more like they will strike a deal. They are saying that they are still in talks and they are maintaining a connection, but they're throwing words around that are really, really harsh. I don't think we'll ever see YouTube removed from Roku just because I think it's a very profitable thing for Roku. But if it happened, I can't say I would be surprised. This is really heavy talk. And it might just be business to sway one side or the other, but I am just in awe of what's going on. Of course, as this story progresses, I'll keep you updated, and I'm pretty sure we won't lose YouTube on Roku, but who knows. Finally, our last news for the night. On Saturday, it was announced that Maya Rudolph is going to be playing the villain in Disenchanted, the sequel to Enchanted starring Amy Adams. It is kind of all around accepted that Amy Adams and James Marsden are going to be coming back, but there have been no details as to what role Maya Rudolph will be playing or what villain she will be. But honestly, I really kind of dig the first Enchanted movie, so I'm hoping I'll dig the second one too. And that is going to do it for Movie News Monday. If you enjoyed this, please hit like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Let me know what you thought about No Super News down in the comments below. I might change it, I might not. Just depends on how I feel, honestly. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.